So good morning, welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is St. Patrick's Day. Usually I spend my day in the garden on St. Patrick's Day. It's a big marker. Potatoes get planted by St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, there's something about St. Patrick's Day in the garden for me. I realized I have no green clothes, and today we're going to do water whooshing and twists. So come rest into a child's pose, and we shall begin. Come. So child's pose, your knees are wide, or yeah, wherever feels the right distance for you. I'm going to keep my head high, always in the morning, more so than dropping my head down. Also, I sound like Darth Vader when I drop my head down. So just begin to breathe into your feet, into your knees, into your belly, the wide of your lower back. There's something about the drop of the exhalation. As I exhale, there's a natural drop because as I squeeze, as I get shorter, my body sinks towards the floor a little bit more. Notice that in your body. As you inhale, everything expands and rises. And then as you exhale, something sinks, deepens, settles. Gravity takes hold a little bit deeper. And you slow this down, connect deeply in. Notice your feet, your knees, your hips. What's beginning to talk to you about the pressure or the folding or the weight of you? Nice. Bring your knees towards each other, bring your hands forward, rounding your back. Tuck your toes under, arching your back, bring your toes to flat. So the extra addition of moving your toes as well connects your feet into the movement. Rounding your back, tuck your toes under, arching your back, bring your toes to flat. Next time when you arch, bend your elbows and bring your chin a little bit closer to the floor. When you round, lift your knees off the floor. Arch, chin a little bit lower. Round, knees rise. So you're really doing kind of load bearing or weight bearing into the shapes of the cat. Arching, chin drops down. Rounding, knees lift up. Next time you drop down with your chin. So as always, when we begin to bend our elbows and bring weight into our arms, don't go so far that you're struggling. Feel like, oh yeah, I could hold this for 2 or 3 breaths. Just feel that. Nice. Rounding your back, tuck your toes under. Remember, can you hold this for 2 or 3 breaths? If not, keep your knees on the floor or do it as long as you can and then drop your knees to the floor. Nice. Drop your knees to the floor, roll your shoulders in super big circles. Allow your spine to help you move your shoulders. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. So yesterday we did a similar movement, so we're going to do something like it today. So hands are on the floor, stretch your right leg out to the side. And bring your baby toe side of your foot really flat to the floor, and you're going to feel the outer edge of your foot stretching as you do that. Pull your right elbow beside you into lawnmower, and then reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. If you find that extending your arm does something to your shoulder, then just stay in lawnmower, okay? And then bend your elbow and glide underneath your left armpit. And as you do that, your right leg will get stretched because your torso is moving in a very particular way. Pull your elbow back, keep it bent, or straighten your arm. Nice. Bend your elbow, glide underneath. Have a moment of pause as you glide underneath, really valuing that sense of length into the right leg as you breathe, as you deepen. Nice. Right elbow back, reaching up. Right arm under, reaching to the left. Elbow back, reaching up. Pause there. So turn your head towards the right, anchor down into that right foot. Nice. And now bend your elbow and pause, reaching towards the left. Maybe your shoulder is down near the floor. Maybe your head is near the floor. Maybe not. Just breathe into that right leg, right inner thigh. Maybe just feel, can you connect your foot? So I'm wobbling my foot a little bit from side to side there. And I'm just feeling, I'm feeling as I move my foot, connection, length, intensity. Great. Bring both hands to the floor. Other side. So both knees down. Pause for a moment. Feel the difference between your two legs. And then stretch the left leg out to the side. Bring the baby toe side of your foot to the floor. Draw your left elbow back. And maybe that's what your arm wants to do, is stay there in lawnmower. Lawnmower is where you pull your fist back and it's near the side of your chest, like you just pulled the string of the lawnmower. Or reach your left arm up. And when you do that, is that still okay for your arm? Okay. Bend your elbow. Gliding under, reach towards the right with your left hand. Feel how there's an intensity in the left leg as you do that. Pulling back, reaching up. Bend your elbow, reaching under. Flow from one side to the other. Find your ground with the movement. And then the next time that you reach your right arm up, pause there. I'm wide through my chest. I'm opening and reaching into that left arm. I have a sense of my breath. And then bend your left elbow and glide under. And again, notice how there's an intensity that builds in the left leg, but always be moving in wellness. So maybe your left shoulder is close to the floor, maybe your arm is reaching. So just see, well, like what shape do you make in wellness here? And then maybe you wobble your foot on the floor. The wobbling makes me connect a little bit more into the baby toe side of my foot. Nice. Both hands to the floor, back to center. Nice. Rest back into a child's pose. Bring your arms back behind you. Nice. Both hands forward. Step your right foot out to the side. From here, last time when my right leg was out to the side, it was my right arm that was moving. This time it'll be my left arm that's moving. So pull your left elbow back slowly, just into lawnmower. Feel what happens in your body as you do that. Really connect into the baby toe side of your right foot, lifting your toes and moving your foot. Breathe into your belly. Wiggle your neck, soften your face, deepen your breath. Be wholesome in the strength of you. Nice. And then dive under your right armpit and reach towards the left hand towards your right foot. And notice how last time there was an intensity to this pose, but now this is a lot easier. There's not as much length into the thigh as you do this one. There's more of a squeeze into the left side. Nice, coming up. And then bend your right knee and then straighten your leg. You can change the angle of your foot. You can change the position of your hands. And you rock into your right leg, meeting the deep inner groin, the deep inner thigh, the outer ankle. I keep changing the angle of my foot, trying to see if there's a way that this feels comfortable. I haven't found it yet. Just feel. There's strength, there's mobility, there's compression. Nice. Come back to center. Left leg out to the side. So it's the right hand that will move. So pull your right elbow back and pause there. So wiggle your toes, lengthen your spine. Imagine that you're trying to get taller through your spine. So top of your head is moving away from your pelvis. I'm really lengthening through the torso. So when I do that, suddenly I go, oh, my ribs. Wow, my ribs are here too. Nice. And then dive with your right hand under the left armpit and reach towards the left foot. So now you're squeezing into the right leg, and there is length happening in the right. Oh, on the left. Nice. Come all the way back up. From here, bend your left knee. So there's so many different elements of this movement. So there's the foot direction. There's the speed of bending my knee. There's the traveling across my right knee. Do you have enough support under your right knee to do this? I'm going to move my hands and see if that changes how I do this. I think hands where they began feels like the most straightforward place. Oh, great. So lift both legs, straighten both legs and just come into a forward bend. So start with your elbows on your knees. Your feet are maybe 1.5 feet apart. Nice. Reach your right hand forward and then pull your right elbow back like we just did. And then dial in your twist. So imagine that you're going to bring your thumb to the front of your shoulder and then pull your elbow, pull your elbow, pull your elbow up towards the ceiling and then extend your arm. Sit your bum down a little bit more into your hips and then reach your right hand over towards the left. Pull your elbow back, dial it in, reach it up. And then bend your elbow on the way down, reach towards the left. Nice, last time. Elbow up, dial it in, reach it up. Pause. This is always the point. This is farmer yoga. You know, I'm digging the garden, doing something, and then I see Mary. Hello, Mary. Bend your elbow, come back and reach towards the left and walk your fingers like they're trying to walk as far towards the left as you can. Stand on your fingertips. Let your fingertips stand on the floor. It's probably the better way of saying that. And pause. And you breathe into your torso. Give a weight to your bum. Feel your feet. Maybe wiggle your toes a tiny bit. Nice. Both elbows to your knees. Other side. So pull your left elbow back. Dial in your twist by your thumb coming to the front of your shoulder. And then you twist, twist, twist the torso. And then you extend the arm. So the shoulder's not what twists. It's your torso that twists. Nice. Bend your elbow. Face the floor. Reach your left hand towards the right. Elbow comes back. Dial it in, reach it up. Bend your elbow, reach towards the right. One last time. Pause it on the up. So the more you push down into the right elbow and sit back into the back of your body, the more open the front of your body becomes. Slowing things down, connecting in. Nice. Bend your elbow, reach towards the right. Pause there. So I've walked my fingers, I like kind of crawled my fingers over. Let your fingertips stand on the floor. Settle down into your bum. Breathe. Nice. Both elbows to your knees, rising all the way up. Nice. Hands to your hips, roll into your hips. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Bring your feet wide. Water whooshing. So your toes are pointing forward on your mat and your feet are wide enough. You're wide. Okay? And water whooshing, have your toes slightly outwards, but each person's foot and knee is different, so you'll find your way. So there isn't an exact way. The way that you do it is the way that you discover. So bend your right elbow and bend your right knee and rest into the right thigh. Nice. And then come back up and then bend the left elbow and bend the left knee and rest into that. And just feel that the foot below you is yours and you feel connected. So I do this step, step, and I turn both of my toes like a windscreen wiper. So we're just doing the basic water whooshing in the beginning. So my feet turn in the direction that my torso is moving. And then for water whooshing, bring your elbow to your knee, drop your left hand, right elbow, right knee, let's say. Left hand is hanging down in front of you, and then glide it along the floor, and then reach so that it's parallel kind of with your chest or with your knee. It's not that high. And then push into the foot behind you. You can even come up onto the toes of the foot behind you. Travel across the center. Turn your feet, elbow to your left knee, drop your arm down, reaching long. And then begin to travel. There's something about water whooshing that really connects me into my belly and the back leg and opens through the deep of my hip and my pelvis. You can do water whooshing supreme, where you begin to lift upwards more. It's a deeper pose. See what you need to do, what you want to do today. I think I'm going to stay low today for me. Nice. Next time you travel to the right, reach your arm parallel with your chest or your face, and then get longer. Like you're trying to touch the wall in front of your fingers. And you're like, oh, if only I could maybe come up onto your toes and see, oh, I could touch a little bit further. So find the gesture of reaching in your body. Compressing into that right leg, strengthening that right leg. Breathe. Nice. Coming back. Windmill, or no, windscreen wipe your toes towards the left. Left elbow is resting on your knee. Reach your arm over towards the left, your right arm towards the left. Reach and then try and reach further. Like, oh, what's your maximum stretch towards the left with your right hand? It's like I'm trying to touch something with my fingertips. The gesture of reaching is far more powerful than any instruction I can give you about where to put your arm. Oh, nice. Come back. Rest on the floor. Land. So always when I land, I start to find the floor beneath me, map my body in connection, feet, pelvis, lower back, rib cage, shoulders, back of my head. Nice. Just sway your knees from side to side. Always yum to do. Reach your arms wide. Nice. Maybe a set of gliders. So gliders is where you drop your knees down to the right, and then you swing the left leg up towards your right shoulder. And then the other side. And always in gliders, I allow my shoulders to get really heavy. And in doing that, I meet the front of my armpits, the deep side of my waist, the side of my pelvis. One more time each side. Nice. Cool. So just bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart, hands on your lower belly. And for me, always, as soon as I come into this, I push my elbows down and I walk my rib cage away from my pelvis. So it's like I caterpillar my spine away. And then suddenly my pelvis is much more comfortable. That might not be true for you. So see what you do to make yourself comfortable. You can rest your hands on your inner thighs, on your belly, on your chest, wide. If your shoulders round forward, then definitely bring the backs of your hands to the floor. Deepen, settle, breathe. Nice. So stay there. Stay there, breathing into your belly, softening into your inner thighs. Or you can do this thing where you lift your knees slightly and then you drop them wide, a bit like a butterfly. So you could let your knees rise a little bit and then drop wide like a butterfly. And just feel that, that sense of the dynamic between squeezing in a tiny bit and then sinking and lengthening and dropping. Nice. I'll see you tomorrow, Saturday morning. How nice. So just to remind you, just one moment. April is open. I've got so many ideas about it. I'm very excited about open. It's going to be cool. So have a great day. Do Irishy kind of things. I'm going to go garden. So have a great day. Ciao, ciao. Slán.